what do you mean I'm black? I'm not black, I'm African. And he goes, y'all Negroes are the same. But first day, usually in America, in college system, they give you a paper to fill out. When I filled out, I put other and I put African because the tick is black/African American. Now, I don't have a blue passport. So in my head, I'm no black or African American because I don't have a blue passport.
I did not know that I was black until I went to America. I actually just thought I'm a human being. But I had to meet the hard reality of somebody in the nursing home calling, leave me alone, nigga. Don't touch me, nigga.
Okay, this is going to sound arrogant coming from a white guy, but I finally figured out why it is so infuriating to be black in America. And just hear me out. You can let me have it if I'm wrong. But the infuriating thing about being black in America is not being pulled over for driving while black. It's not being passed up for the promotion that you deserved. It's not even the generational wealth and opportunity that your family lost because of redlining in your grandparents' generation and the centuries of oppression before that. What's infuriating is that you can't talk about it. You can't talk about these things without being accused of playing the race card and making it all about race.
Hello good people, welcome to African Commentary. Here we learn and grow every day, and if you are new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing the videos. I will really appreciate. So in this video today, we are going to talk about something whereby black people are saying they didn't realize they were black until they were in America. So without speaking much, let's watch some of the videos and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Also, let me know what do you think about this in the comment section down below.
I've never been more aware of my blackness until coming to America. Every little box I'm checking black or it's like it's never been that big a deal.
Like on applications.
Yes, all the time. Like somebody would compliment me, would say, "Oh my goodness, your hair is like that," and I say, "Oh, thank you so much." And then somebody would be like, "Yo, that was not a compliment." I was like, "Oh." My formative years are in Jamaica, so that's how it frames how I see the world. And as a Jamaican, I do understand that my lack of sensitivity sometimes comes across as ignorant, but it's just I've had the privilege of not having to think about the white man every day.
I never identified as black until I came to this country. I remember the first time I had gotten so angry at this guy in my community college. I was an RA, which is a residence assistant. And he was like, "Oh, the African-American, the big African-American girl, the one that looks like a gorilla." I said, it cannot be me. And of everything he called me, it was the African-American, the black African that annoyed me. The gorilla part, I was like, I personally find something attractive about a gorilla. Have you seen a gorilla looking man? Forget it. Anyways, so I come and I'm like, I'm not African-American, one, and I'm not black. Everybody was shocked at that statement. Like, you're not black? What are you then? I'm like, I'm a person. What is black? So what are you? Yellow, lemonish green? What is this? And I had no concept or idea of race at the time. I didn't understand the history of America and all of these good things. With a lot of things like black is beautiful and black is supreme and black is necessary.
I did not know that I was black until I went to America. I actually just thought I'm a human being. But I had to meet the hard reality of somebody in the nursing home calling, leave me alone, nigga. Don't touch me, nigga. And I'm like, what is nigga? I'm trying to help. Don't touch me, nigga. And it's even in the churches. Because one day I tried to sing inside the church and they said, sit down and shut up, nigga. A white person telling you that. I'm like, what is this nigga they're calling me? What is this nigga? But I later came to realize it's a very discriminating. It's the worst you can call somebody. But I think there's a misunderstanding. Because when I went to America, I was told African Americans are very lazy people. They don't want to work. They don't want to do this. But it's just that when they try to work, when you try to rebuild your life, somebody's killing you, somebody's discriminating against you, somebody's treating you like you're less than a human being. So it's very complicated. I want to advise you that before you judge an African American, try to find out why. First, try to find.
What do you mean I'm black? I'm not black, I'm African. And he goes, y'all Negroes are the same. But first day, usually in America, in college system, they give you a paper to fill out. When I filled out, I put other and I put African because the tick is black/African American. Now, I don't have a blue passport. So in my head, I'm no black or African American because I don't have a blue passport. That was my understanding what race was. He literally calls me when class was ending. He's like, oh, like, no. Like, you take black or African American, you black. I'm like, oh no, I'm not black. I'm actually African. Because in my mind, this is fresh off the boat, Sophie, 2014. I'm not black. What do you mean I'm black? I'm not black. I'm African. And he goes, y'all Negroes are the same. Not the cameraman doing hot. The word Negro and nigga does not mean anything to me. Not because I don't know history, but because at that point I didn't understand the impact of the slur. I'd heard it was a slur, but I didn't understand the impact of it because it had no impact on me. Like I could tell he was upset, but I couldn't understand why he was upset
about.
I don't know.
How dare she try to
How
other
dare me
herself?
try to, yeah.
Like, I know a nigga when I see a nigga.
He said Negro. He didn't say nigga. He said Negro.
Yeah, but that's what he bad, baby.
Yeah, Negro is even deeper. Nigga is even casual.
How dare you
Negro is-
disrespect my eyesight?
Yeah.
I had
So I never knew I was black until I came to America. I'm so serious right now. When I was in Cameroon, when I was a kid in Cameroon, I never considered myself to be black. I didn't even know I was black. That's the thing. It's when I moved to this country at the age of 15 that I was like, oh, I'm black. Because in high school, they made me realize that, my brother, you are black. You know that you are black, right? And I was like, okay, so. But they're like, yeah, you are black, just like all of us. And I started studying history, and I was like, oh, it's because of the racism. It's because of everything that has been going on in the country. That's why they consider themselves black. That's why they label them black. Because in Africa, especially Cameroon, nobody thinks that they are black. Because we come from different tribes, and we identify with our tribes. That's what we identify with. The tribe you're from is where you're from. The tribe your dad is from is where you're from. So I knew I was a Cameroonian boy from my dad's tribe, right? And my mom's tribe. That was what I knew I was. Until I came here, they were like, oh no, you are black. And I would say this goes for every African except for Egypt, South Africa, and Kenya. I feel like those countries have a good amount of white people in it, so that's why there is some type of racism there, and they have labels in those African countries. But apart from that, there's no other African country that considers themselves black. Ethiopians will tell you 150% they are not black. They would die on it. Some Nigerians will also tell you that they are not black, and they would die on it. No, there are a bunch of other countries that would tell you that they are not black, and it has nothing to do with being better or anything like that. It's not because they think that they are better. It's just because they have never ever identified as black. They have never ever thought they were black, so they don't consider themselves black, because growing up they knew they were who their dad was. The tribe their dad was, you know. I just wanted to put that out there because it has been on my mind for a couple of years. So I had to release it. This is a brand new year. I need to liberate my mind.
I never realized how black I was till I came to America. Don't get me wrong, oh. I've always been black, proud, and thriving. But when I came to America, I was black, scared, aware, and surviving. Everywhere I go is just like a reminder. If you are melanated, you're melanated. You go to the Walmart, you enter an aisle filled with, and then they see you. 2 seconds, everyone is gone as if you dropped a bomb. Wow, what did I do? I only wanted to buy some juice for my dorm and I was there extra time because I was looking for the cheapest one. Please, I'm sorry. You drive on the road. I'm driving my school shuttle bus now. They'll have to warn you, be careful. Because if they are melanated, driving the car, you need to know that they should not stop you. Because if they stop you, they will see your color before they see your license. Because if they are melanated. America, everything is just, the blackness is attached to your identity. You are not even a person before you are black. They see black before they see you.
It took me 10 years to figure out I was black. When I was 8 years old, I moved to the United States. Before then, I had no concept of race. I had never even had a discussion about race because everybody around me looked like me. And as far as I was concerned, the whole world looked like me. So what was there to discuss? In fact, when I was born, I came out a little lighter than the village and the neighborhood was used to. And they told my mother to go get me tested to make sure that I wasn't being possessed by a demon. She didn't do that. So when she told me this story, I spent years fearing that I had actually been possessed by a demon this whole time. But that's another story for another time. Anyways, I'm in the United States. I'm learning English. I'm learning about the concept of race. I'm figuring out that really light-skinned little boy with the weird hair and the lips is actually not sick and dying. He's just white. I'm learning the names. I'm learning the labels. I'm figuring it out. But then something weird happened. As I learned the language and finally started understanding what the hell the people around me were saying, I realized that they kept referring to me as black. And I'm like, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. But I wasn't gonna tell them that because being Haitian in the early 2000s was not fun. And I was trying to assimilate. I was trying to get away from the bullying. I was trying to get away from the stereotypes. So I never corrected them. I never agreed because I didn't want to get caught lying, but I never corrected them. So then I'm like, okay, as long as I don't say anything, everything's fine. So as a result, I spent the next 10 years living in fear. Living in absolute fear that one day somebody was gonna figure out that I had been lying this whole time, that I was in fact not black but Haitian, that like and I'd have to I'd be shunned by the whole entire school. I would lose my reputation, non-existent as it was. I'd have to apologize at the end of the year. People would pull their trays away from me when I was walking by. They'd stop conversing and turn around and give me their backs when I was walking down the hall. I watched a lot of Disney movies, I don't know if you can tell, but I was afraid, right? And then one day, the worst happens. I'm talking to one of my good friends, and I admit to the fact that I'm Haitian. I let it slip. My deep, dark secret was now out in the open. And she just looks at me and goes, cool. That's kind of cool. And asking me questions. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my God, she's such a good friend. She's willing to keep this secret for me. She's willing to carry this to her grave. She is willing to, if the worst ever happens, stands next to me on that stage as I apologize at the end of the year. But no, I had gotten it wrong. The next day, she sees me down the hall, screaming at the top of her lungs. She goes, hey, my Haitian queen. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? We'll call her Sarah. Why would you do this to me, Sarah? Why would you betray me? Does our super hula connection mean nothing to you? Our ships have been sailing the same tumbler waters for years. Why would you betray me? But I said all of this with my eyes, and I could tell she didn't understand because she just kept on waving. Long story short, I never trusted her with another secret. Fast forward after that traumatizing set of 4 years. Fast forward, I'm in college, and I decide, you know what? I'm gonna get right. I can't live like this. I can't keep living in fear. So my new, fresh, brand new set of friends, I went to school out of state. So there was no connections, no chance of someone from my high school being in my college. So I felt like I had a brand new start and that I could finally be myself. So I sat them down, I let them know, hey, I'm Haitian. And they're like, okay, like, that's cool. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we're on the same page. They get it now. Like, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. I don't have to pretend to know all the references. I don't have to pretend to have grown up with all of like the 90s cartoons and the early 2000s cartoons. Cause I just got here. I got here in 2003. Like I didn't know. And then I had to spend years learning English. So all I knew was Dragon Tales and Arthur, you know? So then I was like, okay, cool. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to lie. This is a fresh, brand new start. So one day, I'm at the cafeteria, and I overhear a conversation. And it's this girl talking about how she's tired of people using Black and African American interchangeably. My ears perk up. Because as far as my ESOL teacher was telling me, as far as I knew, y'all were the same. Black, African American, same damn thing. But she goes on to explain the difference between race and nationality and how she's so damn tired of people thinking that these things are the same thing and equating African American with Black. That was the moment I realized that I had been lied to, I had been fooled, I had been bamboozled, and actually I was Black this whole damn time. When I tell you I felt betrayed, when I tell you I felt mad, I wasted years tiptoeing, pretending, years. And it was all for nothing. 10 years. 10 years. So now, whenever I see like a popular celebrity or like someone in the public eye, whenever I see them like deny the fact that they're Black and they're just like, I'm not Black, I'm X, insert their nationality, like some part of me is like, should I go in the comment section? Should I defend them? Should I like try to explain what they might have meant? And it's always, the answer is always no. No, because I did my time. 10 years.
Okay, this is going to sound arrogant coming from a white guy, but I finally figured out why it is so infuriating to be Black in America. And just hear me out. You can let me have it if I'm wrong. But the infuriating thing about being Black in America is not being pulled over for driving while Black. It's not being passed up for the promotion that you deserved. It's not even the generational wealth and opportunity that your family lost because of redlining in your grandparents' generation and the centuries of oppression before that. What's infuriating is that you can't talk about it. You can't talk about these things without being accused of playing the race card and making it all about race. That's the infuriating part. It's like you're not allowed to talk about reality, your own lived reality, without constant pushback. So we made this documentary, The Sins of Our Fathers, Race, Religion, and the Rise of Trump, which actually just came out this week. Because we realized that Donald Trump didn't deceive us. We deceived ourselves because we refuse to face the truth of our own history as a nation. So we're bringing it all to the light so we can face reality, even if it's uncomfortable. Because until we are honest about our white supremacy, past and present, we have no pathway forward.
This is hilarious, especially African people sharing their first experiences in America. Like they have been used, back here at home in Africa, we are all Black. So race is not something that we think about. Here in Africa, we are identified by different things, maybe like language, tribes, culture, religion, but not by race. But in America is very race conscious. Like the color of your skin is what determines what follows. Before anything else, the color of your skin comes first, and this is not something which is nice. And also this video is not to say that Africans or Black people are not proud of their identity, they're not proud of being Black. No, it's just that they didn't realize they were Black because back at home, let's say in Africa, we are all Black. We don't really focus on skin color as much as people focus on skin color in America. In America, race affects a lot of things, such as social interactions. When you're Black, there is just how people will treat you. There is just how people will interact with you, especially coming from white people, because to them, you're Black first before anything else. Whether you are a huge person in politics or whether you have a certain degree or whether you're this and that does not matter to them. What matters first is that you're Black, and this will affect how you people will interact. And so this is just a realization to some people, to some African people, that what, I am Black. I didn't know. Of course, you know that you're Black, but it's not something that you think about like every day. Being Black stops you from getting some opportunities in America because with all about racism, Black people are denied some chances. Black people are looked down upon. We didn't choose the color of our skins. We were created in God's image and likeness, and you found yourself to be white, you found yourself to be black. You didn't choose to say that I want to be black, I want to be brown, I want to be this and that. So I believe it's high time for American people, especially white people, to stop focusing on race and focus on the importance of a person, to focus on the value of a person. What does this person bring to the table? Skin color should not be the factor, the number one factor to look on about. No, let's focus on more of importance of people. Also, race in America affects politics in a very huge way. Even for example, right now, people voted for Donald Trump because he's white. White people voted for him. The Latinos voted for him because he's white. And they didn't vote for a black person because how comes a black person will run a white majority nation? How comes a black person who belongs to a minority group will lead a nation? How comes a black person who has no wisdom, what will he or she bring to us? Like, how will this country move forward? This race factor, or America being race conscious, is affecting a lot of things. It is making black people to question their value. It is making black people to feel inferior. It is making black people to feel like they're out of place, they don't belong there. But this shouldn't be what people worry about in 2026, honestly speaking. We shouldn't be still talking about race and racism. We shouldn't be speaking about systemic discrimination. Black people are still human beings. They deserve a chance to live and get each and every opportunity like any other white person, any other brown person could get. Black people are not terrorists. Black people are not evil people. Black people are not criminals. Black people are not drug addicts. Because you would find that black people in America, they can't just be. When they walk around, they are being treated as if they are some kind of thugs or robbers or someone who might just do something fishy. So even they look for black people when they go to these markets like Walmart, there is that look that they're given just because they are black. It is as if they can't afford to pay the things they're buying. They have come to beg. It's just like black people are taken like people who shouldn't live in America, who should go somewhere else. Black people are seen as people who can't afford lifestyle or they can't afford anything. Black people deserve a chance, whether African, whether Caribbean, whether Black American. They deserve a chance to live and just be like any other white person can be in America. Let not race be a factor. Let's look at the importance of a person. Let's look at the value of this person. And black people are very great people. I wonder why race is seen first before they see the value of this person, because we have black people running big companies in America, running big businesses in America. We have black people who are really putting a lot of effort, time and work and just promoting the nation of America. I hope that one day it will come to a point where black people don't have to remind themselves that they are black just because they stepped their foot in America. Black people are able just to interact with people in America, with white Americans, without feeling out of place. I hope you guys agree with me. What do you think about this? Because I think people are important, whether they are white, black, brown, or any other color, even if it's gray. We shouldn't look at skin color. We shouldn't look at this person is white, this person is black, and that determines how you treat someone. No. Let's look past race. Let's look at other things that this person can do. How can you work together? How can I work together with this black person to ensure the growth or promote anything? Like, it doesn't have to be the bad things which are being associated with black people. Black people are great people. Black people have value just the same as white people. Black people are not inferior. Yeah, so with that said, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. You as a black person, how was your, especially Africans who have stepped in America for the first time, how was your experience being black in a white majority nation? How were you treated? Did you feel welcomed, or did you feel like uneasy, like you're out of place? Share with us your experiences in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and I really appreciate. See you in the next video. Bye.